Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, talk about some of the latest news regarding, Kentucky, really transfer portal updates. I'm not going to really talk about, the Kendon Lewis decommit. I've done a separate video on that, so if you want to get my thoughts on, that, go check that video out. So, the latest, news, really, with the transfer, portal, updates, they got Mohamoud Diabate from Alabama. I really like the addition of Mo Diabate. He wasn't the best player for Alabama, but I thought he was really their hustle guy. And he can shoot. And he had a 10-point, 16-rebound game against Houston, and he played good against Kentucky twice. I think he could be a low-key, a really good glue guy off the bench. Now nail some threes, and he can rebound, good defender, gives really good effort. That was a good addition, I thought, with Mo Diabate. One of the other guys Kentucky was looking at was a USC transfer guard, Wesley Yates. Not getting him. He's going to Washington. Thought he was a really good shooter. He was a 6'4" redshirt freshman. He averaged 14 points. Shooting over 44% from threes, committing to Washington. He began his career at Washington, so this makes sense. I never thought he was a lock for Kentucky. There was nothing that should have led anybody to believe that. Nobody said he was a UK lock. And even if he wanted to go Kentucky, things change in the portal. And then people are going to be Mark Pope with. The thing is, I don't think Kentucky was ever going after this guy. I think he just wanted to go to Washington because he began his career at Washington. And even then, Kentucky still has a good 4 and 5 stars, so I think we'll be okay without Wesley Yates. He's a good player, I mean. But this is why you shouldn't just look at anyone's likes or follows on Instagram. Don't know why people just say, oh, the Kentucky thought he's a lot. Yeah, nobody's saying this unless you're looking at idiots on Twitter. But yeah, Wesley Yates, he's going to Washington. So this is a name I've been looking at pretty closely lately in the transfer portal. Sam Houston State transfer guard, Lamar Wilkerson. He's one of the top guards in the portal. He's planning to visit Kentucky and other teams like Indiana, Auburn, Ole Miss. He's expected to make a decision. After he gets those visits done, he'll make a decision. This past season, he averaged 20.5 points per game, shooting 44.4% from 3. Like I didn't mention that, I think, in the video I did about Kendon Lewis, but I low-key think maybe them going after Wilkerson, and then now Lewis decommitting, that kind of tells me he might be going to Kentucky as Lamar Wilkerson. And I think they need a guard like that. Because he's averaging 20 points. We need another guard. And he's a really good 3-point shooter. And what is Mark Pope like? 3-point shooting. And from Jacob Polachek of I forgot what show was it, some thing, something boom, Kentucky all-season moves, I believe. Jacob, what the fuck his name? Something Pilgrim was on there. Lamar Wilkerson's camp reached out to Kentucky to gauge interest when it appeared Wesley Yates, was trending elsewhere, and then their focus probably went to Lamar Wilkerson, and he's heard that Lamar's side was peaking and checking in with Kentucky. Sounds like the agent is kind of using UK for more money. I hope not. I hope that's how, hopefully I'm taking it wrong, but it kind of does sound like that, but hopefully I'm wrong. Some things about Brandon Garrison. There's been talk of, he might enter the transfer portal. Will he return to Kentucky, or So you're going to hear the transfer portal. And Jack Pilgrim, he says it's a, end quote, pretty firm toss-up. I wouldn't be reading the tea leaves of social media behavior or be looking at his academic status and all those things. He hasn't announced if he's staying or leaving. I hope he stays because I think he can be good with Mark Pope, because his three-point shooting I think can get better, and I think with he's like 6'10", 6'11", I think his rebounding can get better than it was last year, and be a good bench guy, or maybe start. I don't know, but I think he's a good kid, and I want him to stay. I don't know why the fan base just wants to run him off. I mean, they run everybody off. So, I mean, that's kind of the latest with that. So, Cincinnati guard, transfer Dan Skillings Jr. He's contacted by Kentucky, and I don't think he'll be there. I think it might be a backup plan, but I don't see this happening. I don't think they're gonna strike out on Wilkerson. They're still maybe in on Pierre Jr., but I don't see it at this point. Jaden Quintance is transferred to Kentucky. He's a former commit. Remember John Calipari? And he was committed to Calipari. Calipari leaves, goes over to Arizona State. I think it's a high upside. It may not do anything for you. We'll find another team. Oh, he's coming off an ACL. He's more than likely staying 1 year. Well, he could have left. Oh, gotta seek high upside talent when you can't pull an elite talent. Yeah, teams like Tennessee and Duke get high-end talent. How long has it been since they've won a national title? Well, Tennessee made a Final Four. Duke hasn't won a championship since, what, 2015? So they're out on, obviously, Yates. I don't see Pierre at this point. I think Jaden Quintance is a good player. He averaged 9.7 rebounds last season. He shot 52%. But he's a very good defender. As a freshman, I think he's, 17, 18. And I think it's a high upside talent. He averaged 9.4 points, 7.9 rebounds, shot 52%, averaged 2.6 blocks. And what do the fans want? Or what they complain about? Lack of defense. He averages about 3 blocks a game. But yet people will complain. I've wanted Jaden Quintance since I saw it. This ain't his second time. He was committed at first. I wish he started his career here, but I think it's a good move though. For me personally. And obviously they got Mo Diabate, that I've already mentioned. But yeah, that's all the transfer portal updates I'll talk about Kentucky. I'll do wrestling news in this video since there's a few wrestling things I want to talk about in this video. So if you just tuned in for the Kentucky talk, have a good night. But let's talk about some of that good old wrestling. So WWE, they've officially confirmed the WrestleMania theme songs. Yes, there's 2. Timeless by The Weeknd and Playboy Cardi, and Fiend by Travis Scott and Playboy Cardi. The Weeknd, 6 years in a row. So this is via WrestleVotes Radio Backstage Pass. WWE's currently considering having the Street Profits defend their tag titles on SmackDown before WrestleMania 41. Considering having more matches announced for the card. Why the hell are you not having the Tag Team Championships or the Mid-Card Championships defended? Like, I swear they don't care about anything besides their top titles. They're not doing anything with the fucking Mid-Card besides the Intercontinental Championship. Nothing, or what, Logan Paul, LA Knight. I think, does he defend the title at WrestleMania? I don't even know at this point, man. Figures it's going to be a 4 to 16 ladder match. We could have gotten an all tag team ladder match or something at Mania. They did such a good job on hitting all the SmackDown teams, on having all the SmackDown tag teams be relevant in this feud, and they're going to do a possible match before WrestleMania on SmackDown. Not a fan of this, man. The SmackDown Tag Division has been doing, I think, much better than it was before. They've been doing some great work. Why are they on the card, man? Oh my God. Stupid. So, another official match for WrestleMania 41. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. Should have added a stipulation. I think it'll be a good match, though. Sure, they'll still add maybe something to it. I mean, he can get his leg back from last year. Remember, Damian Priest cashed in with the championship. This feud didn't end up being complete garbage, but it's an okay match. Nothing that moves me, but it's not bad. So the official updated card is Cody and Cena for the Undisputed title. Triple threat. What is happening? With Seth, Roman, and CM Punk. Nothing on the line. Just triple threat. For the Women's World title, Io, Rhea, and Bianca. The World title, Gunther and Jay. The Women's title, Tiffany and Charlotte. The IC title, Breaker, Penta, and Dominic and Balor. Jade and Naomi. The other mid-card titles on the show. I forgot. LA Knight and Jacob Fale. AJ Styles and Logan Paul. I'm sorry, I'm white. Rey Mysterio and El Grande Americana. And Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it says, I read the report in the Wrestling News the other day. It's gonna be like 14, 15 matches. What I'm seeing here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 matches. So I don't know if it's true. It's gonna have 14, 15 matches. If it is, they still got a few more to announce. And WrestleMania is actually next weekend. So if you want to have 14, 15 matches, chop, get chop, boy. Yeah, that match is official. So Triple H hypes up the WrestleMania 41 set design. WrestleMania for me is not just about one event; it's about the spectacle of this entire event. So I'm looking to see all those fans, see all their faces when they see that set. I mean, don't know what more else to say. Hopefully it's good. WWE, they have filed a trademark. SmackDown. Yes, SmackDown. The jokes write themselves. So Nick Khan. So apparently WWE is ignoring social media feedback about the shows. Well, but they listen to the WWE Universe. I guess. But I guess as they should, but like, I guess if you give what the fans want, people still cry about it, and they're ignoring social media feedback. Yeah, sure. Triple H probably has a burner account, buddy, that he looks at. So yeah, that's just a bunch of BS report. So Jay White had a potential planned heel turn before his injury. So Jon Moxley has reportedly planned to have a lengthy title reign. There was no backstage talk of a plan for Swerve Strickland to win an AEW Dynasty. Talked about this last night. Was it last night? I don't know. It was either last night. I think it was last night or the night before. I think it was last night. And apparently because, he's a ratings draw. AEW got 659K. Yeah, a few years ago they were getting 1 million viewers. 659K is not moving me. I don't even care about the ratings. Jon Moxley is boring. The Death Riders suck. And I want to see somebody take the title away, please. That's really all I got to say for this video. So, Hope you enjoyed the Kentucky talk and the wrestling news the end of the night. So until next time out, peace. Have a good night.